executive of First Impressions MAS Office Cleaners, which he started in 2013. His company focuses on small office cleaning in the Maple Grove and Plymouth area. Before starting his business, Mark was a 25-year professional fundraiser for the Boy Scouts of America and Dunwoody College of Technology. Mark is a passionate board member of the North Star Scouting Council, a chapter director consultant for Business Network International, better known as BNI, and an organization that helps individuals, and he's also an active member in Toastmasters. This is an organization that helps individuals develop their leadership, communication, and speaking skills. Mark has competed in competition, and he was the 2017 Toastmasters District 6 champion, and he represented that district that year in the semifinals in Vancouver, British Columbia. That's right, he got to go to Vancouver. As you would expect, Mark's desire is to build a successful standout cleaning business and also pursue his passion of public speaking. He's going to share with us today how his experience of rappelling down the 23-story U.S. Bank Plaza, that's the little thing sticking up over in the air in the clouds over there. Yes, he went all the way down the outside of that building. And he's going to put this together to really show you how you can achieve your dream. Mark says sometimes you just got to go over the edge. Please join me in welcoming MAS Office Cleaners and owner and executive in First Impressions, Mark Skinner!
Let me first of all say to Travis and the AGC, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come and share this with everyone today. This is going to be the premier networking organization here in the Minneapolis area. So let's give Travis a round of applause. Let me see by a show of hands, who is from Minnesota? All right, a lot of people. Let me see a show of hands who, like me, was transplanted to Minnesota. A lot of people. I bet you probably do just like I do. When winter comes, I look in the mirror and I say, why in the heck did I move to Minnesota? Minus 27 degrees is crazy. But this is a great group, and you can hang in there and take on some of the tough stuff. Well, I'm excited because I have an opportunity to share with you this fun activity that I participated in called the Double Dog Dare. I got to play as if I was Batman and scale down this 23-story building. U.S. Bank Plaza building, once again, right here in the corner. Now, I saw a couple of looks like Batman. I'm not talking about the current Batman that you see in the movies. I'm talking more of the Adam West Batman. I'm talking about, and a number of you look like you're a lot younger than I am. So I used to watch these reruns where Batman and Robin would walk down the side of the building. And every once in a while, the celebrity would stick his head out and speak. Well, I got that opportunity to do that. But there was no one sticking heads out the window as I was going down the building. But I think from the experience, I picked up a few things that I believe may be able to help you as you're thinking about some of the dreams, some of the goals that you have and you would like to achieve. So I tell you what, let me first tell you how this even got started. So I volunteer with the local Boy Scouts of America Council. And my responsibility is the volunteer that helps with the fundraising. And they started this great fundraising event. So I'm standing up at the board meeting and I'm reading my script of what I'm supposed to say. And then I get to the part about the Double Dog Dare. Now, the strangest thing happens to me. I all of a sudden have this out-of-body experience. And I'm actually standing back and listening to me speak. And as I'm speaking and talking about rappelling down this building, I'm thinking, wow, that would be such a cool activity to participate in. What a great way to promote my cleaning business coming down this building. I could put it on all my promotional materials, the website. I was just really excited about it. But as I was thinking that little bitty red devil popped up on my right shoulder. And he said, "Are you crazy? You're over 50 years old. You're going to be rappelling down a building. You have bad hips. You're a little scared of heights. What the heck are you thinking?" And then the good side again popped up and said, "Come on, Mark. You can do it. You can do it." So that good side won out. We went up to the very top of the U.S. Bank Plaza building. And I don't know if you've ever stood on top of a building outdoors. It's something about the wind seems to be blowing pretty hard when you get up that high. So they gave me some training, about 15 minutes worth, of how I was going to walk down the side of this building and not kill myself. So as you can see, I was surrounded by guys that I'm happy to say were professionals. They had experience of helping other people to do the same thing. So I listened to them. And as you can see in this picture, I looked at them very intently to make sure that every strap was on tight. So once again, the wind is blowing. Lesson 1. It's important that if you reach for something that's your dream, that you surround yourself with people that know what they're doing. People that will give you not only good advice, but people that will encourage you. Because everybody is not ready to hear your dream. There's a lot of people that will tell you all the reasons, like the little red devil on my shoulder did, of why you cannot do what you believe that you can do and what you have decided what you're going to do. There are many successful people that do that. Some of you might know the term of mentors. Names that we all have heard, billionaires. Guys like the chairman of Microsoft, Bill Gates. He has a mentor. Think about that. A billionaire who realizes that it's important to have people in your corner to give you good advice, to encourage you. His mentor is Warren Buffett. So finding people that can encourage you and give you good advice is very important. So I'm standing there, and it's about that time. I look over behind me down at the street, and I see these little people walking around. I see people staring up at me. I couldn't hear them, but I know many of them were saying, "Is he crazy?" So my support said, "Okay, it's about that time. We need you to step to the edge." So I stepped to the edge. I'm checking to make sure I'm strapped in. Because if I fall, it's probably going to mess up my day. So I'm strapped in good. And the guy says to me, "Okay, Mark, it's time. Go over the edge." And I just stood there and swayed side to side. And he said, "Mark, take the step over the edge." And I said, "Huh?" All of a sudden, my hearing went out. I couldn't hear what was being said. But I did it. I took one step back, and boom! I slammed into the wall. You've probably seen the Bugs Bunny and the Wile E. Coyote cartoons. I was Wile E. Coyote. So when my head hit that wall, the first thing that happened, all those things that I was thinking about in that board meeting started flooding into my head. Are you crazy? You're 50 years old. You have arthritis. You should have just made a contribution and taken the elevator down. But that happens sometimes, right? I mean, think about a dream that you have. That sometimes we're going to stumble, sometimes we're going to slam into the wall. But if we're going to realize that dream, we have to be persistent. A fantastic example of persistence, I know we all have heard of President Abraham Lincoln. They say that Abraham Lincoln lost 8 elections. He failed twice in business. And on top of that, he had a nervous breakdown. But in spite of all of that, he still found something within him to say, I'm going to run for president. Now, I can imagine all of his friends looking at him, just shaking their head. This guy just does not know, does he? But as we all know, he won and became one of our country's top presidents ever. So persistence. While other people may not believe in what you're going to do, you stick with it. You have to do that in order to realize your dream. All right. So I've overcome kissing the wall. I'm still working on getting over the embarrassment of kissing the wall. But I started going down, and I'm looking down, people are there, but I'm still making my move down the wall. Imagine how that felt for me when I was doing that. But one of the things that I found, and this is the third thing, that if you continue to be persistent and you continue to move forward, your confidence begins to rise. As I took one step after the next, I began to say to myself, oh yeah, I can do this. I can do this. And then I became extremely focused on getting down to the ground. So one of the things that I have found in starting my business 7 years ago, where the confidence level was not necessarily as high as it is now, where I slammed into a number of different walls, that my confidence and my courage continued to rise. Even to the point that I now felt good enough that I could say to potential businesses that did not fit my business's niche, to say, I appreciate your need, but I do not believe that I'm a good fit for you. Saying no to business, I was confident enough to do that because I continued to work my way down. So as you can see, and you probably had already figured it out, I did survive. I didn't fall. I was extremely excited about having my 2 feet planted firmly on the ground. If I had not sucked it up and went down that wall, I would not have been able to experience the feeling that I had at that particular moment. So my question to each of you right now, what dreams do you have that you're standing at the top of that 23-story building and you're just looking over and you haven't yet gone over the edge? It could be starting a business. You've worked a number of years. You say, you know what? I can do this better. You might be thinking about a master's or a doctorate, and you say, I can't do it right now because I have kids. I can't focus. I'm too old or I'm too young. My challenge to you, don't listen to that little red devil on your right shoulder. If this is what you believe, and if this is what you have a passion for, you have to step up to the edge and go over. Thank you.